Coach, after your win over Weber State, you said you were really excited about where your team was at. What excites you the most?
Well, I think this team is really focused on each week, each opponent, each opportunity, more than even the opponent, just a chance to get better. And I think we've been able to take a lot of steps, in particular in the conference season, in seeing all different kinds of teams. Um, that's the nature of what you have in front of you. Is you have a lot of teams shooting for you. You have a lot of teams that are going to bring their best, and I think for the most part, we've really been able to rise up to those challenges. And I think we're a better team here in November than we were in September. I know that.
You also have one of the best defenses in all of the FCS, the best total defense in the Big Sky. What has impressed you the most about their growth and development from September until now?
Yeah, we came into the season with a lot of inexperience, but a lot of talent at the same time. I think what's impressed me the most is this has been a really hungry group, a group that is chasing after, a standard that's really hard to attain, and but they keep taking strides to that. I think we've tackled real well. We've gotten pressure on the quarterback. We haven't allowed a lot of big plays, and you do those things. The defensive side of things is going to look pretty good for us.
One of the guys who has had some big games recently is, of course, Caden Dowler. He faced some injuries early in his career. He was most recently named Big Sky Defensive Player of the Week. How do you think the adversity he's faced early in his career has prepared him for the season that he's been having?
He's certainly a guy that's his fair share of hardship, adversity, whatever you want to say. I do think it makes you appreciate the moment and the opportunity that's in front of you more and more. He's always been a good player. We've known that. It's just getting any length of time has been challenging for him. So, him being back and really being, I think our catalyst in many ways on defense was our hope, and he's certainly been that through 10 games. And to have the game he did last week, he popped statistically, I guess, but that's how he's been playing all season.
Looking ahead to this week, you host 10th ranked UC Davis for a top 10 nationally televised matchup. Samuel Batu has 4 straight games with at least 100 receiving yards. What's the key to containing him and limiting their big plays?
Yeah, without question, he's their big play guy, and he's a very talented, competitive, hardworking player, and he's all those things. So, defensively, it's awareness where he's at. I think it's not getting ourselves in a lot of calls that maybe get him in one-on-one situations. But if we do, we got to go out and defend him. It starts with the guys up front being able to, put as much pressure as they possibly can to make Pinnock uncomfortable. It all works together for us, and without a doubt, though, Bato's he's at the top of the list as far as guys we need to defend.
You mentioned Caden Pinnock, their freshman quarterback. What have you seen from him that could present challenges to your defense?
His athleticism is certainly what flashes, but he's got a really good arm, and his ability to pass the football very effectively has been, on display all season. He's, his completion percentage is indicative of that. The number of explosive plays that he's started. His ability to extend plays and keep his eyes downfield is uncommon for such a young player. So they put a lot on his plate, and he's going to make some plays. There's no doubt about that. But ideally, we can do whatever we can to contain him as much as possible.
Defensively, UC Davis has the Big Sky leader in sacks. What will it take to protect your quarterback this weekend?
It certainly starts with our guys up front doing their jobs, being on the same page in the protection game. But it's also on Justin Lamson to be able to get the ball out in a timely fashion as well. And then certainly our guys running those routes and getting open have to be a part of it too. So we've protected Justin fairly well this year, and this is certainly going to be a big challenge. I think they're certainly one of the best fronts as far as putting pressure that there is in the league, and then the back end really does a good job of mixing up and covering guys as well. So big challenge for our offense.
Ahead, UC Davis head coach Tim Plow joins the show.